Hey everybody, today is my 39th birthday. I spent the morning writing a subpoena, writing a response to a motion to quash, and writing a motion to compel. I spent the afternoon at the courthouse filing all that paperwork, and now it's nighttime and I'm talking to you. I did manage to get a couple hours in at South by Southwest, if I'm being completely honest, but the point being that family law litigation is a colossal waste of time and effort. I might much rather be working on the software that solves this problem instead of fighting this out in family court. And if you're still listening, I'd like to share another quick story with you. In the last litigation video, I talked about how my ex-wife, her attorney, had threatened my finances right before we went before the judge. I didn't mention how he shouted me down aggressively outside the courtroom and demanded to know if I would object to some mediators that the judge had suggested. When I told him that I would have to speak to the mediators and find out if they understand parental alienation, to give you some context, I'd explained earlier in court that I created both matter to help parents in custody disputes, and that my father, who was formerly a quantitative experimental psychologist, and my mother, who is a school psychologist, were helping me build up some of the questionnaires. Anyways, the opposing attorney, his response was, well, I can't believe that you're claiming to be an expert in psychology. I stayed at a Holiday Inn last night. Does that make me an expert on hotels? Told him, number one, I didn't understand the analogy. Number two, I never claimed to be an expert in psychology, but you do you, buddy. He didn't take that so well. Anyways, he keeps making this hilarious claim about how he's practiced for more than 20 years. He's seen everything, and essentially he thinks he knows exactly what needs to be done in our case. In fact, he told me how I should litigate my end. Thought that was hilarious. This is a man who defends domestic abusers as a criminal defense attorney one day, and then the next day he separates fathers from their children in family court and ends up destroying families in the process. I wonder how many children of the families that he's destroyed he's followed up with throughout these 20 years to see how things turn out for them. And what about the fathers that he separated from their children? Or frankly, what about the mothers whose ex-husbands completely disappeared from their children's lives and who are now bitter because their kid's dad is a deadbeat? So doing something the wrong way for 20 years does not make you an expert. It makes you a fool. We have to get people like that out of family court. So, hey, Texas legislature, your constituency is talking and you're not listening. You've made divorce a money grab for unethical attorneys and, frankly, judges who are wholly unqualified to decide who should have custody of a child for 10 or 20 years. That is absurd. Anyways, I'll get off my soapbox for today. Hope that's useful or interesting. And if not, I guess don't watch the litigation videos. Bye. You're my sweet boy.
I love you taking me to Stubbs.
Oh, I love taking you to Stubbs. You know how to melt my heart, don't you?
I know.
Yeah, about 10 times a day, right?
I know.
Yeah.